if I wanted to go from chubby to lean and toned by the end of 2025, this is exactly how I do it. Because honestly, who needs another New Year's resolution when you could already be at your goal before 2026 even starts? But here's the catch. If you're on the shorter side like me, it's not that simple. If it were, you would have done it already. I'm 5'1", and for my entire adolescence, I was always the cute little chubby friend while everyone else somehow looked effortlessly lean and toned. Over the years, I lost and regained the same 30 pounds multiple times until I figured out what actually works for petites. And it came down to 4 things, because getting lean isn't the hard part, staying lean is. And that's exactly what I'm showing you in this video. Not just how to get toned by the end of 2025, but how to actually stay that way. But before we get into the plan, we need to clarify one thing, and that is our actual goal. See, when you're petite, everything regarding weight loss just feels harder. Since we're smaller, we obviously have lower maintenance calories. And if you don't move much, your maintenance can be shockingly low, but that does not mean that you're doomed to eat like a toddler forever. It just means that you have to be strategic, not restrictive. I used to hear advice like this and totally disregard it. I still thought that eating less food would get me to my goals and to my dream body faster. But guess what? At the end of it, I still didn't like my body. I wasn't lean and toned, I was just small, soft, and more insecure. Because the truth is that you don't actually want to lose weight. You want to lose fat and gain muscle. The scale actually doesn't show that difference. You could weigh the exact same and look completely different. And the number one thing that's gonna make us look completely different, nutrition. You can't out-train bad nutrition. And you also cannot build your dream body by under-eating. So what I'm gonna need you to do first is go to an online TDEE calculator and find your estimated maintenance calories. If it gives you something crazy like 1,200 calories, please ignore it. Throw it in the trash. Do not acknowledge it. Please do not eat at that amount. First, you need to regulate your metabolism. Start eating near your maintenance and track your weight for 2 weeks. We want to track our weight after we've used the restroom in the morning and before eating or drinking anything so that we have a consistent baseline. If your weight stays steady for around 2 weeks, we're going to drop by 250 to 500 calories. If that drop pushes you too low, we're going to stay at maintenance for a bit and focus on building muscle first. You'll actually increase your metabolism naturally, and we can go into that deficit a little bit later. Next, we're gonna set our macros. Protein first, always. Protein is gonna be your best friend during the fat loss journey. We're gonna aim for around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and you're gonna wanna choose lean protein sources. This can be chicken, lean ground beef, lean ground turkey. Basically, we just want the best protein to calorie ratio. Then we're gonna set fats at around 30 to 35% of our calories, and carbs are gonna fill in the rest. Fats are going to help regulate your hormones, and carbs are going to help fuel your training and keep you energized. I like to have most of my carbs both pre and post workout to fuel my training beforehand and to help with recovery afterwards. I use MyFitnessPal to track, and here's the key. Accuracy is so important when you're tracking. Little bites and random grazing can add up super fast, especially if you're petite. And we do not restrict, we do not crash diet. This is meant to be a lifestyle. If you can't commit to this for life, then don't bother committing to it at all. There will be times that it will be more challenging in terms of discipline, but it should never feel unbearable. If your results stall, don't panic. Give it 2 to 3 weeks before touching calories and make sure that you're staying hydrated. Water, sodium, and your menstrual cycle can all fake a weight plateau. Now for some quick nutrition tips. Portioning is everything. Keep the same meals that you love and just make the portions slightly smaller. Find low-calorie swaps that actually excite you and that you actually enjoy eating. I know I just said to have low-calorie swaps, but we also want to have our diet be primarily whole foods based. It's just going to make you feel better. It's going to keep you more satisfied, more energized, and improve your digestion. Balance every meal. I used to focus only on protein, and I'd find that I'd be craving a lot of unhealthy carbs and fats, but when I started balancing every single meal, those cravings basically went completely away, and I didn't even feel like snacking between meals. When your goal is fat loss, I also really recommend to split your meals up into lots of smaller meals. It helps keep you satisfied throughout the day and keeps your hunger levels in check so you barely even notice the deficit. Once nutrition is handled, that's when we actually start building the real physique. And no, it's not through cardio or HIIT workouts. Cardio burns calories. Strength training actually increases your metabolism. Stop thinking that lifting makes you bulky. Pilates, calories, weights, body weight, it's all building the same muscle. Whether you look bulky or toned simply comes down to your diet and your body fat percentage. If I were programming for myself right now, my split would look like this. Day 1 is going to be glutes and hamstrings. Day 2 is going to be a push-focused upper body day. Day 3 is going to be a rest day. Day 4 is going to be a quads and glutes day. Day 5 is going to be a pull-focused upper body day. And day 6 is going to be another rest day. And I would focus on form over load. Good form is rare, and it's literally the difference between a minor transformation and totally changing your physique. As a petite, you'll see visual changes so much faster than you expect because muscle really pops on smaller frames, especially with newbie gains involved. We want to add in cardio very sparingly. 20 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week is perfect. Remember, we're not chasing calorie burn, we're actually trying to increase our metabolic rate. And make sure to prioritize walking. I always aim for 10K steps a day because it keeps my maintenance steady, so food is the only variable I have to mess with. But here's the part that no one talks about. What if your body isn't changing because you're actually working too hard? Here's the thing, more does not equal better. Better equals better. If you're training 7 days a week, how good can your sessions really be? Sleep, rest, manage stress. That's when your muscle repairs, your body resets, and your hormones balance out. When you're overly tired, you train worse, crave more, and your body literally refuses to let go of fat, especially around your midsection. But even if you do all of this right, none of it will matter unless you master this last piece. You can know everything that I just said and still never change. I used to roll my eyes at mindset and I would always skip this section, but if mindset doesn't matter, then why does the majority of people who lose a large amount of weight gain it all back? These are the shifts that actually changed everything for me. First, I'm gonna need you to romanticize the process. Turn your healthy lifestyle into something that you love and look forward to. Gaslight yourself into thinking that you're literally seeing progress after every single workout. Buy some new gym clothes, make a favorite playlist, have a drink and a snack that you only eat before training that you look forward to. Start believing now that you already are that girl. You don't have to wait for results to be that girl. Add in habits one by one. Do not go from 0 to 100. That is a recipe for quitting. Don't overload yourself by committing to everything all at once. I'm gonna need you to make this your identity. I watched a speech by the author of Atomic Habits the other day, and something that he said really resonated with me. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. True change is identity. Believe something new about yourself. Basically, the more you do actions that dream version of you would do, the more you start to believe that you are that dream version. So start doing actions of the version of you that has that dream body, that can keep the weight off easily, that is fit and active, and it becomes a positive feedback loop that pushes you closer and closer to your goals. And it isn't even hard to stay consistent because you become the type of person that is consistent. And if you never give up, there's literally no way that you won't reach your goals. If you're always running in a direction, you're gonna get closer to the destination. If your goal is so clear in your mind and you really embody it, then you will achieve it. Period. So become obsessed. Only see your goals. If you never give up, there's literally no way that you never reach your goals. If this helped, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.